Imagine a desert village so small it didn't even have a newspaper. In 1857, while India was erupting in rebellion against British rule, one man from this village set out with nothing but a plan. His goal? Not just to trade, but to challenge the industrial might of the British Empire itself. This is the story of the Birlas, a family that funded a revolution, built India's infrastructure from scratch, and eventually conquered the global market. The foundational capital of the empire was built when Seth Shiv Narayan Birla moved from the desert to the ports of Bombay and Ahmedabad. He made a massive fortune in the high-stakes opium trade with China, a gritty, high-liquidity base that provided the House of Birla the leverage needed to challenge colonial monopolies. Marwari traders were outsiders in the British-dominated ports, relying on tight-knit family networks to survive and outmaneuver the established institutions. In 1919, Ghanshyamdas Birla defied family tradition to move beyond trading, establishing the Birla Jute Manufacturing Company in Calcutta. The jute industry was an exclusive enclave governed by Scottish jute barons. They tried to crush him, manipulating prices and denying him credit before his first chimney smoked. Birla bypassed the blockade by deploying the Hundi system, an ancient Marwari credit network. By leveraging desert finance, he secured liquidity where British banks saw only a blockade. When brokers attempted to freeze him out, Birla responded with satyagraha. He sat on a bench in the middle of the exchange and refused to move until his trades were honored. Industrial sovereignty required political freedom. Birla became a close confidant of Mahatma Gandhi, funding the freedom struggle while building Swadeshi industries. He founded UCO Bank and Hindustan Motors, so India wouldn't depend on British cars or capital. Birla House became the strategic nerve center of the revolution. While others were stuck in the restrictive license Raj, Aditya Vikram Birla looked outward. In 1969, he established Indo-Thai Synthetics in Thailand. He scaled production in viscose staple fiber and palm oil, making the group India's first true multinational long before the domestic economy liberalized in 1991. In 1995, at 28, Kumar Mangalam Birla inherited a $2 billion empire. He professionalized the group and launched a massive acquisition spree. Buying UltraTech cement and the $6 billion purchase of Novelis transformed them from a commodity player into a global sovereign controlling downstream segments. They diversified into telecom with Vodafone Idea and digital consumer brands, trading commodity risk for high-margin sovereign control over the global value chain. For the Birlas, wealth followed Gandhi's principle of trusteeship, plowing profits back into education and healthcare through institutions like BITS Pilani. From a desert shop to a global powerhouse, the evolution of the Birlas is the story of India finding its place on the world stage. Join the craft. The BizCraft question: is your brand selling a commodity, or are you building an autonomous industrial institution? Subscribe to LBC for more strategic teardowns. Join the craft.